Hey, this is Ramon, channel is Alpha 4, and I've been a little sick, so I do not have my next videos ready for either the movement or the ethics. So instead, I thought I'd give you a little life update. So first off, let me update you with my medication. As I said before, I'm off all medication. But they want me, or how did they put it? They said that they recommended that if I wanted to, I could continue taking the avitrostatin because they feel that it is, I'm trying to remember the wording, they recommend that once you've been diagnosed with diabetes that someone always stay on a statin. Except that my cholesterol is too low for them to force me to take it. So what they told me to do is to take a 10 milligram pill, which is the lowest the office I go to prescribes, and to cut it in half using one of these things, a little pill cuddle. So I don't have to take it, but if I want to, I can take it, which is interesting because they don't feel ethically responsible for them to tell me not to take it. I'm not taking it. I probably should. I'm not. I don't have to, and I don't want to. Other than that, my life has been going pretty well. A lot of my friends from 6 years ago are now back in my life. 6 years ago, I had a falling out with some people, and now they're back, which is awesome. Let's see. My job is I work for an oil hauling company, and what I do is I correlate and then a word I can't think of right now. Basically, I take their numbers and I put them down on a digital worksheet and I organize them, and that's what I do. So I don't work on an oil field. I'm not a tough guy, nothing like that. I'm just working on a computer all day. Let's see, my personal life is I'm single. I know, hard to believe. But a lot of people that I know have been asking me how I lost the weight and if they can copy it, exactly what I did on my diet. And first off, I wouldn't recommend what I did for anybody. Number two is that a lot of people, and this is in my personal life, not on the YouTube channel, because there's only 20 of you guys, and there's more people in real life so, oh, who knows? Maybe I'll get more subscribers after this crap, right? But anyway, the people in real life want to know what I did, and they want to copy it. But I wouldn't recommend what I did to anybody, because what I did was extreme. I went no carbs, and I got to be really skinny. I got to be like 150, 155, and I was not happy at that weight. Don't get me wrong, it was better than 230, 250, 260. But it wasn't a healthy weight loss. It was extreme. And it wasn't sustainable in the long term. But there are some questions that people have, like loose skin, like what's the difference in my life between when I was skinny versus when I was fat? First off, I don't have any loose skin. I do have stretch marks, but they're only on my arm, and they're from when I was a weightlifter back when I was a teenager. So that's not really relevant to this. And then as for what my life is like compared to being skinny, compared to being fat, well, there is a big difference. When I'm skinny and when I'm extremely skinny, like uncomfortably skinny for me, I usually have more dates. I have more people who are interested in hanging out with me, and people generally treat me nicer. This is not just a male-female thing. Like, I'm kind of a klutz, and I'm kind of just in general kind of clumsy, and when I'm a fat guy, people don't let that go. It offends them, it bothers them, it's a whole thing. When I'm thinner, I can be a bumbling idiot, and people will apologize to me for the things that I accidentally break or drop. So that's a real difference. dating is very different from when I'm skinny to when I'm fat to when I look like this. When I'm the skinnier I am, the more dates I get. The bigger I am, the less dates I get. When I'm in roughly this kind of shape, there are some people who are interested in me, some people who aren't. Um, this is a taste that some people are into, but not everybody likes a bodybuilder. Most girls like skinny guys, like tall guys, and I'm not tall, so you take away the skinny, and that's two strikes out for me, right? But if you're out there and you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to get in shape for a woman or for whoever you're attracted to, that's not a great way to go. Don't get me wrong. When I started working out, I did it because I had a crush on a neighbor. Most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. Mind you, I was 12. And I was like, I'm going to impress her. I'm going to get big muscles. And I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be tough. It didn't work out that way. I got the muscles. She liked prettier boys than me. So what are you going to do, right? And yeah. So then I kept on getting more and more muscular, and I kept on bodybuilding. Eventually I had 20-inch biceps, which was awesome. This was in high school. And but I wasn't in sports or anything like that. I wasn't cool. I was in ROTC, all right? So it wasn't like I was like, cheerleaders were not interested in me, okay? My life was very much about goth girls and heavy metal chicks and that kind of thing. Then in college, I started training people for money, and my dating prospects went up. And then I had a major health scare, a different one than diabetes. Ended up being nothing, but in the process of that, I was the first time I'd been skinny since I was a kid. And when I was skinny that time, I ended up dating a lot. And I ended up dating people I wouldn't normally date, and women who were beautiful, mind you, and nice, but just not in my general social group. And then from there, I got a job working for this oil hauling company. Started working on the computer, and I got fat, and I got really fat. My boss, who has no problem with me saying this, is 360 pounds. That is not on average. That is not an odd number for the job that I'm working in the field that I'm in. There are some big guys. They're all like 6'1", 6'2". I'm a short guy. I'm 5'7.5". So, you know. When I start getting up there in weight, I show it. And when I got fat, my dating prospects went down. It didn't matter that my job was a better job or that I had more cash in my pocket. People weren't interested. Women weren't interested. And then when I got skinny again, I started getting dates again. Now that I'm back to being a weight that I'm comfortable with, not a lot of dating, some dating, fun dating, but not a lot, no one's serious. But what is serious is that friends who I've missed, friends who I loved, are now back in my life. And these include weightlifters, these include martial artists, these include people who I really care about. Some of my best friends, people who have seen me through different careers and different parts of my life have returned. And I really missed them, and I'm really glad they're back. And I know that part of the reason they left is because of a bad relationship I was in where this person, she just scared them off, to be honest about it. I was debating even saying that. I know she's a follower, so hello. But they didn't get along with her. And they left. And then some other relationships that ended were some very good friends who I didn't treat well are in an equal status to myself, put it that way. And now that I'm a little bit older, now that it's been 6 years, I've matured, and I hope I'm a better friend. But these people are back in my life now, and I'd trade that over a bad relationship any day. I'd trade that over almost anything. It's good to have a life again, but my life doesn't end with oil hauling or weightlifting or martial arts. Work has slowed down. I'm going to need to find a new job soon. I know that. My boss has promised new people to work under me, but my hopes for that are a little bit more realistic than his. I believe in him and I believe in the company, but me personally, I realize that my future lays probably in writing, and so that's what I'm aiming at. As for my relationship goals, my life goals, I don't know. Maybe I'll meet the right person. Maybe I'll find the woman of my dreams and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm 36 and I'm happy. And my last major relationship, my last major person in my life didn't work out. And my last major friendship is now back in my life. And I am more happy about my friendship that has returned than I am about the relationship that I lost. So, I don't know. I don't know what that means. But I know she's watching also, so it's good to have you back. Anyway, that's my life update. Still healthy. Diabetes hasn't come back. Loose skin is not a problem if you put back muscle. Losing weight does change the way people treat you. Don't think it doesn't. It does. And that's it. So subscribe, like. This was complete bullshit. There was nothing here this time. And if this gets more views than all my other videos, well, then I know I've been doing something wrong with the other videos. But anyway, drinking some protein, and peace.